I was really lucky to be right in the area. Like Benny Golson was 2 blocks. I mean, in fact, not even 2 blocks. He was on French Street, and right across Susquehanna Avenue. I was on the opposite side of Susquehanna Avenue. He was on the south side, and I was on the north side. So, and I used to get compositions and also get information from Benny Golson because during that period, it seemed like the musicians was very sharing. They would share ideas and concepts. They would come together and collaborate and do like clinics together. You know, it was just so much music. There was so many ideas floating around and so many things to do during that period. Then, of course, there was so many bars that the musicians should play, which I could just name on which is CCB Moore now. That was Columbia Avenue. That was the 820 Club at 8th and CCB Moore. That was the Cafe Society at 12th and CCB Moore Avenue. Across the west side of Broad Street, that was the Crystal Bar, the Webb Bar, the Zanzibar, the North by Northwest, and the Point. So just on that strip alone, it was like about 10 venues where the musicians could play. Then they had venues all over, like on Susquehanna Avenue called the Sun Ray. It was about 5 or 6 venues on that. Then the place where I used to go and listen to Clifford Brown and Wilbur Campbell was 1 block from me, a place called Bill and Lou's at 17th and Dolphin. I used to go and stand outside during the summer. During the summer, they used to keep the door open. They didn't have the air conditioning. They keep the doors open, and I used to stand outside and watch Clifford Brown and Wilbur Campbell, and that was like going to the highest institution in the whole world. There was another place I recall out on 54th and Market, place I used to work every Saturday. And this guy, Vance Wilson, he had a big name around Philadelphia because he played the soul music. He could really play. And one Saturday, what made it so interesting to me, I was standing outside the venue where I was playing, and he had about 50 people coming from the venue where he was playing, coming down to my venue to play. And they was carrying his horn, and they was walking down Market Street. So if you can envision 50 people around an artist coming to blow me away. So that was a very interesting period because that's what musicians was about during that time. They would get together and try to see what they could do something different than what you was doing.